Swamiji, yeah, another great lecture. I have a question. How do we implement, or how do we start implementing, like remembering our true self during the day? Like when we handle these stresses.
We cannot remember in the way which has been shown by the Gita in this verse. We cannot. Because when we try to say, suppose I try to say, when I try to say now, I am the President of the United States. Suppose. Now, I don't have any connection with politics. I have no idea what politics is about. So, how can I have any idea of what being the President of the United States is like? There is no connection at all. It is like East and West. So now, suppose in this state, if we say I am the self, it is like East and West. We can have no idea of the connection of the self because we are completely body. I am doing, thinking, eating, going, sleeping. So when we say I am the self, there is no meaning because we have no idea what the self is. But suppose if I say to myself, I am the head of some big monastery, suppose I say, at least I have some connection. Is it not? Yeah. So before saying I am the President of the United States, first there are so many steps. Go and join politics, go and fight election, get some post, become a senator, etc., etc. Then if you say yes, that is meaning. But currently there is no connection. So now when we say this, apply all these high ideas, it will be completely without result, irrelevant. So the steps are there. What are the steps? First, try to have some idea of the nature of the self. Once you get nearer, then only we can try to put this into practice. But currently, we have become so far from the self that we are completely different. So self is something else, I am completely something else. That is the feeling, that is the realization. Whatever we may talk is easy. So when the self is completely something else, then we can only think of self as God. What are we now? The body. The body cannot be God. The mind cannot be God. So when we are separate from God, we are the worshipper. And God is the worshipped. So try to worship God. Try to develop love for God. God is nothing but the self. So once that love develops, slowly we will come near that reality. And when we go a little near, we will understand it better. Like Sri Ramakrishna has given a simple example. Suppose someone has never seen the ocean. Now you tell him the ocean is like this, ocean like that. What does it? It does not mean anything to him. But you take him slowly. Then what will happen? First he will feel the cool breeze. Some idea. Then from a great distance he will see some waves. A little more idea. Then he will slowly get near the ocean, he will understand what the ocean is like. So that's why all the acharyas, they tell us to progress in that way. First, become a worshipper and devotee of God. And what is God? That is described in all the scriptures. So any form you can take, any name you can take according to your liking, because after all, God is only one. And try to think about that form of God, try to when best is incarnations of God. Those are the best, highest idea of God we can have. Swami Vivekananda says. So every incarnation has done something when he comes to this world. Krishna has performed so many deeds. Ramchandra, Ramkrishna, Jesus Christ, everybody. So meditate on that. Try to develop love for that particular aspect of God. Take his name, meditate on him. And when we keep on doing that, and at the same time, try to give up what is untrue, then slowly, love of God develops, very slowly. And then we get an idea of what is God really like, what is the self really like. Then we can approach the self in a more direct manner. But today, as we stand, we may 100, Sri Ramakrishna says, you can say 100 times, I am the self, I am Brahman. It is nothing. It is like a king saying, I am like a beggar saying, I am the king. Just saying, I am the king will not make you king. So that is the path, and that is the path which we have to adopt. There is no other way.
Right. Yeah, thank you. That makes sense.
So Ketan has joined us from New Jersey.
Swamiji, yeah, it was a great lecture, and I had a question which already covered just now about how to develop love for a God. So you already answered some, but let's say as a child, we love our worldly parents, father and mother. We need anything like any chocolate or shoes or anything clothes. We insist with them. We love them. Sometimes they scold us, but we still love our parents. So in this case, how do I we have to develop that, but
Yes.
how more?
So now approach God for anything you like. So approach no human being. If we can approach God for all our needs, that is also a step forward. Because Sri Krishna, when he says in the Gita, there are 4 kinds of devotees. One kind he says, Artharthi, means one who wants something from God. I want a big house, I want a good job. He is also devotee, at least because he is not going to any human being. He is not going to any minister. At least for that he is going to God. So that is the first step. But at least that is also a step. That is also who are there in the world who can approach only God for everything they want, who will never ask anything from any human being. That much faith in God is not a joke. Is it not? So that is also not bad.
Ask God for a love of God, right?
If we can do only that, then of course we have covered a lot of ground. But generally it is not so easy to ask only for love of God. If we have reached that state, we have gone far enough.
Yes, Swami.
Namaste, Swamiji.
Namaste.
And namaste to everyone that's listening right now. Swamiji, actually, a lot of my questions have been answered already. First of all, I also want to say I feel very blessed to have run into you.
Thank you.
Yes, I've been listening to a lot of Vedantic knowledge over the last, I'd say, just a few months, but I've always been sort of spiritual. I listen to different philosophies like, Osho lectures or some spiritual camps here and there. I've always had this in me. But what but with a Vedantic knowledge, I just love it so much, and I follow it a lot when I can. And what I'm struggling with, Swamiji, is although I'm sort of spiritual and I read the Gita and I listen to the lectures on Gita, like I think I told you before from another Vedantic. And I still struggle with a lot of tug-of-wars within me. I know it, and I listen to a lot of legends and everything, but when the senses, I still there's a lot of, like say a Mahabharata like Arjun, there's a lot of Mahabharata going inside
Yeah,
me.
that is, see, if that was not there, then there would be no occasion for performing any kind of spiritual practice. So all these have been stored in our mind for ages. Are Baba, can't you keep 1 minute without talking? 1 minute also difficult, no? So if this was not there, the struggle was not there, then there would be no need of sadhana. Because this is there, past impressions are there, that's why we have to struggle. So there is no shortcut. The only way of gaining mastery over the past impressions is gain new impressions, better impressions. That is the only thing. And don't give encouragement to the past impressions. If you encourage them, they again become strong.
But how do I start my day? Like if I get up in the morning, you said believe in a God, and personally I also have a heart in that because I love Krishna, I love Rama, I love Jesus.
Then you
love
choose
Shiva.
anyone. First you choose your ideal. That is
Yeah.
what is called chosen deity. In Sanskrit it is called Ishta Devta.
Mm-hmm.
First you have to decide which name and form of God you love the most.
Mm-hmm.
Once you decide, then he becomes your Ishta Devta. Means Ishta means that which is the favorite. That becomes your favorite form of God. Now you concentrate your mind completely on that form, and if that incarnation, what he has done, what he has not done, you keep on reading, keep on thinking about him, keep on thinking about his divine sports which is called Leela, and keep on meditating. Try to develop love for him. That is, try to develop a connection between yourself and God. Now we are connected completely to the world. So because we are connected completely to the world, we have been completely cut off from God. Now we have to develop a connection with God, and human beings can only develop the best connection with a human being. So when we think of God as a human being, then that is the only way to approach him right now. There is no other way.
Oh, there's no other way.
There is no, that Swami Vivekananda is specified 100%, that whatever conception of God you may try to make, but those can never even come close to what we can understand about God by the life of an incarnation. So the life of an incarnation of God is the best source for us, and to make them our Ishta Devta is the best way for us. Whichever you like, whichever form you like.
So if I say pick Ramchandra ji as my Ishta Devta,
Yeah, no problem.
And I listen to his pastimes and I everything, and Hanuman ji. And if I go to a different prayer somewhere else and they're talking about a different Ishta Devta or a different
It will not matter. You can always say that prayer. We are studying everything here. We are studying the Bhagavatam, which is on Krishna. We are discussing the Ramcharitmanas, which is on Ramchandra. We are discussing Sri Ramakrishna's life. We also celebrate Christmas.
Christmas, yes.
But there is no problem with any. So you like everybody, but that one which you have chosen is special for you.
Yes, and that's what I love about Vedanta. Yeah.
So there is, because everything is, all these are gods. So there is no difference between God. Is it not?
Yes.
So you like somebody when he dresses up in a particular way. You like that person as it is. But suppose you like him more when he has a particular dress on. There is no harm in that.
Okay. Yes, I understand. And is there any ritual I should follow getting up in the morning, like a puja or just
Generally,
anything?
yes, you should actually. That is the first thing you should do in the morning after freshening up. Either if you want to, you can perform some worship, simple offering of flowers, simple prayer. And if you want, you can chant his name for a fixed number of times. Then you can also try meditating on him. That is the best way to start your day. So generally we do it twice, once in the morning, once in the evening. And in between also we try not to forget.
Okay, that was all, Swami.